with you for the Twin Cities Film Fest red carpet. I'm Blythe Whaley alongside some of the crew from Hair Trigger, and right next to me, the director, Stephen Warkle. We're so glad you're joining us here. But Stephen, can you help me introduce these guys that helped you make this film happen?
Yeah, we got Joe Greening here, our DP for the film, and then we have Brady Halverson, our producer.
Awesome. Well, Stephen, I know we talked with your cast a little bit about their synopsis of your film, but of course, when it comes down to you having a piece in the writing as well, what is this film? Just a little synopsis before we dive in.
Little synopsis. I think the easiest way to describe it is Reservoir Dogs meets Texas Chainsaw Massacre, very much playing on tropes and expectations with the audience, and a horror film that's really a crime film at its heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Joe, when you get to talk about your work here with Stephen, what was that like? I kind of know this, but you guys, you worked together before this? How do you guys know each other?
Yeah, we met in film school actually at MSUM in Moorhead, northern Minnesota, and yeah, just a small film school, but we were able to form a bond with a bunch of really, really talented filmmakers, and that kind of drove us through to the end of being able to craft something really special and have an experience that really encompassed like all of MSUM, like some of the actors, some of the filmmakers, and everyone on set really was just there for the passion and like with friends that we made in film school, really, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Brady, of course, getting to decide to be a part of this film, what maybe made you want to be a part of this film, besides knowing these guys already? Did the interest of the genre or the story make you want to be a part of it?
Yeah, definitely. So Steve and I, right out of college, we graduated together in 2018, and we wanted to work on a feature film, so I did suggest making a horror movie or an action type of horror. Helps sell it easier, and it's fun to make. For our senior project in college, we made a drama, so it was kind of a 180. It was fun to switch things up.
I love that you said that. Definitely a 180 from a drama. And I had the pleasure of watching your guys' film. It was great. I am terrified, but in such a good way. It definitely made me want to continue watching throughout that film to figure out what was going to happen at the end of it. But can you talk me through maybe what you like about the horror genre? What did it take to write this, and maybe how long did that story dabble with you until you actually made it a film?
Oh man, it was definitely probably like, definitely months of kind of playing with, a lot of it was we knew like our budget and we had like constraints of like micro budget filmmaking, and knowing that like horror is probably the best route to go. And I love good horror. I love like The Thing, classic stuff like Texas Chainsaw and whatnot. And so the idea was to do something that pays homage to that, something that film people would enjoy watching or be interested in seeing. And then kind of the spin then coming to me at some point that what if we played another famous indie movie's tropes off of this famous indie movie's tropes, and then hopefully that keeps the audience's interest. Yeah.
No, that's so cool. And Joe, when you're taking a look at this film, what was maybe some of the shot selection? What was something that stood out on this film that you were glad you were able to bring to the table?
Yeah, for a low-budget indie film, it's an ensemble film, which is very hard to pull off. Luckily, we had a lot of really talented actors, and we really planned out everything beforehand, so it was more so just a matter of like getting our camera in a situation where we could just and having our wonderful team of grips and key grips and gaffers just ready to go, so we could set up the camera and just let them do their work and really. But that was like the most challenging part, was shooting an ensemble film and having everyone be a part of that, really. Mm-hmm.
And Brady, was there something that, as you take a step back from your film, that you're looking at, you're like, wow, I'm really proud of this film that we put together? Is there something that stands out that you're proud of?
Yeah, definitely. I'm very proud of just obviously working with everybody, but we had a lot of volunteers that helped with locations and vehicles and just helping out their time. So it's something I'm so happy and proud of for them and for us to pull off what we did in 16 days of filming. So, yeah.
I think it's neat, especially your guys' storyline, that you all knew each other prior in school, because really to come together and get to see what an incredible film you're able to make after getting to go to school. You guys know what schooling you went through together, but to see that on the big screen and everything coming to life, I'm sure. But something else that I wanted to ask you, Stephen, was when you're taking a look at your film, when you see your cast and crew,
Yeah.
of course, I'm sure casting maybe was a tough process. You knew Emily prior, but getting all those there was a lot of cast in this film. What was that like, the casting process? How difficult was that?
Well, there's definitely some people where the film was written for. You know, like I knew Emily, I knew Joe Schwartz, a lot of friends that I'd met at MSUM and whatnot, and even local actors that are awesome that I would work with in school, and I just knew I wanted to put in something. And then we did do open auditions. Some people from the Twin Cities came up and auditioned, and you know,
I wish I would have.
the next one. But yeah, it's just it was cool. People would show up and you could just tell within seconds of an audition that like they brought something, and it was just awesome to work with people that really just do filmmaking because they want to do it. You know, it's their passion and their hobby, and they love it, and they're trying to make it their career, or it is their career. And I think everyone involved just like really cared about filmmaking, and that's what I think brought the film together. Yeah.
Well, you guys, getting to see your film on the big screen here with everyone, what do you think that experience is going to be like? Have you guys been able to be in that position so far?
We've been able to show most of our cast and crew the film at this point, which has been great because for me, that's like who I wanted to make it for. I just wanted us all to be proud of the product we made, and if other people enjoy it, then that's great. But to be able to like show it in our hometown, basically, me and Joe, I know like grew up in the cities area, is a different experience, and I'm looking forward to that. You know.
And how about what's coming up next for you guys? Are you thinking about the future? Is there something that's already kind of rattling around? We can start with you, Brady.
Yeah, I'm working on different short films and just trying to find another investor, somebody that will hopefully give us some money to make another low budget indie film.
So if you're out there, Brady needs you. How about you, Joe?
Yeah, it's the same thing. Just working on commercial projects and little passion projects here and there, short films or feature films, whatever comes my way, which is great. Yeah.
And Steven, is there a genre that you want to dive into? Now, you did horror, you've done drama. Is there something that you're thinking to go a different route, or you want to do another horror film?
I mean, I'd love to do horror and crime. I think are so fun. They're definitely stuff I'd love to revisit. Drama is something I have a passion for. I love coming of age films, and so that would be dope. But it really kind of depends for us. Like whoever is willing to like back our film, I'm open to any genre. But those three in particular, like I'd be happy to do anything related to any of them.
Well, like I said, I got to see your guys' film. It was tremendous. So congrats, great job. But thanks for joining us here on the red carpet.
Absolutely, thank you.
Well, you guys, stick around. We will have more throughout the week of our Twin Cities Film Fest red carpets. But I'm Blythe Whaley, signing off for the rest of our night on day 2. Take care, guys.